Good evening, friends. Warm welcome to all of you in this organization, and we'll continue with the 2 days session. We are discussing regarding the concluding part of the organon, but which is very important part where Hahnemann tried to explain about the pharmaceutical aspect of in the organ of medicine. He himself experienced and worked out with this, and that's why he was ready with his own thoughts regarding the pharmaceutical aspects, that how to prepare medicine, which are the medicines which are very specifically have a qualities, medicinal qualities, even in crude form. All those things which he tried to explain over there. And these are most important aspects which he tried to explain over there. In last lecture, we have discussed two aphorisms, so 265 and 266. In 265, he explains that the physician should be conscientious enough to understand or to treat the patient, where he should not neglect the patient. There should not be any negligence on the part of the patient, and that aspect he explained over there. The conscientious nature of the person, the physician, is very important. And in 266, he started explaining about the pharmacy. At 266, 267, and 268, they are specifically related with the regarding the preparation of the homeopathic medicines, the actual typical pharmacy which we learned in first year of VIHMS. Those who are doing the PG in pharmacy, this has a lot of importance for them. Generally, we never require it because we used to use the ready-made preparations prepared by the company, and because of which we don't have to uh, do all those things. But one must know from the knowledge point of view, these are very important and essential, because if anyone asks from the other pathy that how your medicines are prepared, and if you don't know, then it is a wrong on the part of us. We must know how they are prepared, what are the parts which are used, everything which is essential. And that's why in 266 he has made one statement that many medicines in their crude form, specifically prepared from the plants and animals, in their crude state carries the medicinal properties, and which may be lost if you prepare them during the preparing the food, or while cooking, they lose their medicinal properties and they work as a your diet, part of diet. But if you want to use those as a medicines, the preparations, the homeopathic preparations, the methods, the potentization, succussion and trituration which is needed, and which carries the medicinal properties. So that's all we have discussed up till now. Let us start with the 267. I think we'll finish that. Only one aphorism along with its footnote, where he has explained how to which parts of the medicines which are necessary, what is importance of it, how it should be added, alcohol should be added in order to preserve the qualities of medicines. All those things he tries to explain over there. Let us go with the 267. We gain possession of the powers of indigenous plants, and of such as may be had in a fresh state in the most complete and certain manner, by mixing their freshly expressed juice immediately with equal parts of spirits of wine, of a strength sufficient to burn in a lamp. After this had stood a day and night in a close stoppered bottle, and deposited the fibrinous and albuminous matter, and the clear superincumbent fluid is then to be decanted off for the medicinal use. So what he says, when you have to prepare your medicine, then you have to utilize specifically those plants which are there in your area. It should be freshly taken. The juice should be freshly taken out, and that when you take those parts, you mix them, make a juice, and mix it with the equal parts of alcohol in order to preserve the qualities. And those should be kept in a bottle for nearly about a day and night. And then the fibrinous material which gets deposited at the end, then the supernatant fluid, which is clear, which you should take decanted off. Decanted म्हणजे गाळून घेणं. You just take out the superficial part, and that part is of a medicinal use. So see, he is very clear regarding his thoughts. He tries to explain each and every method, how to prepare the medicine, which plants are specifically utilized in such a manner. All those things he tries to explain over there. There is a big footnote to this 143 or 148, 143 footnote. But before going to 148, 143 footnote, we'll just finish that aphorism and then we'll read both the footnotes which are there in this paragraph. So if the plants are there in your area, the suggestion is that you must prepare the medicine from the freshly taken out the plants and immediately make the juice and add it in a alcohol. Then what he says, all the fermentation of the vegetable juice will be at once checked by the spirit of wine mixed with it. So why alcohol should be added? There should not be any fermentation. It gets stopped immediately when you use the alcohol and rendered impossible for the future, and the entire medicinal power of the vegetable juice is thus retained perfect and uninjured forever by keeping the preparation in a well-corked bottle, further protected with the wax to prevent the evaporation and excluded from the sun's light. See, very important entities which he is explaining. That if you prepare such a medicine, if you put it in a alcohol, and if you keep that, then further degeneration never happens. Fermentation never happens. Whatever the medicinal qualities are there, those qualities remains as it is. Second important thing which he explains over there, that it should be kept in a bottle which is well corked and a wax should be applied. See how much conscientious the person is. That he knows that if you don't apply the wax, the evaporation happens because it is alcohol. So he says that well-corked bottle with a wax applied. That wax is for the purpose of prevention of evaporation. And second thing which he has mentioned, that it should be away from the sun's light, because of sun's lights the properties gets lost. And it is a very important entity which we have to tell the patients if we are providing homeopathic medicines to them. Ask them that it should not be directly in contact with the sun's rays. Otherwise, it loses its strength. And this is too important, one should note down. And this is one important hint which you have to explain to your patients when you are prescribing. Ask them that it should not be kept in sun's rays directly. So he is explaining that if any medicine which is prepared in your specific area, which develops over there, it should be taken it as a fresh plant, then make a juice, add equal amount of alcohol, and then that should be kept for a day and night, and then whatever the super incumbent fluid which is there, that you should take out, and that fluid which you take, that is useful for medicinal properties, and that you keep in a cork with a totally sealed with the wax, and that medicine will be useful for you forever. See, every aspect he is trying to explain over there, that how to prepare medicine. One more, there he adds the footnote number 143. There are two footnotes which are added. Hahnemann was the first person who has explained regarding this use of alcohol as a preservative. There are many people who consider that Russia has explained about this. Hahnemann says it's okay, but I have explained it in the first aphorism, in first edition of Organon of Medicine in 1810. So what he says over there, just listen. Footnote number 143. Buchholz assures his readers and his reviewers in the Leipziger that is a magazine in 1816, number 82, does not contradict him. That for this excellent mode of preparing medicines, we have to thank the campaign in Russia where it was in 1812 imported to Germany. According to the noble practice of many Germans to be unjust towards their own countrymen, he conceals the fact that the conceals म्हणजे लपवणे. He conceals the fact that this discovery and those directions which he quotes in my very words from the first edition of Organ of Rational Medicine in the aphorism number 230 and note proceed from me, and that I first published them in the world 2 years before the Russian campaign. The Organon accepted appeared in the 1810. Some folks म्हणजे लोक, some folks would rather assign the origin of a discovery to the deserts of Asia than to the German, to whom the honor belongs. O tempora, O mons. So this is the grief of the Hahnemann, that he was not given the specifically name regarding it, that he is the inventor. What he wants to say, that he was the first one who has explained the use of alcohol in the prevention of medicine and preparation of medicines, and which carries the property. But honor is given to the Russia, and that's why that's the grief of the Hahnemann, which he explains, because he gives the proof that he has first explained in 1810 in the first edition of Organ of Rational Healing in the aphorism number 230, and Russian peoples have explained it in 1812. So 2 years before Hahnemann, before Russian campaign, Hahnemann was ready with his publication and explained to it to the world. Still, honor was given to the Russian peoples, and that's what the grief of the Hahnemann was there. Alcohol has certainly been sometimes before this used for mixing with vegetable juices. Example, to preserve them some time before making extracts of them, but never with the view of administering them in this form. What he says, yes, before Hahnemann, alcohol was used by many peoples in order to mix with the medicine, medicinal plants or etc. to preserve the property. But he was the first one who has utilized it for the for the actual medicinal purpose. So we used to prepare the medicine and we used to give it in the alcoholic form to the patient. And this was the first one which has been discovered and explained to the world by Hahnemann. And that was his thought, that I was the first person who has tried to utilize alcohol in such a manner. And there is one more footnote where he explains exactly regarding certain specific medicines, that these medicines, how they should be prepared. If the medicine which has a lot of generally juice, if it is of thick character, then it requires double quantity of alcohol. See, all those things, minute things regarding the preparation of medicine, he is explaining over there. So one more footnote is there to this paragraph, footnote number 144. Although equal parts of alcohol and freshly expressed juice are usually the most suitable proportion for affecting the deposition of the fibrinous and albuminous matters, 8 for plants that would contain more thick mucus. See, he is explaining that there are certain plants which has a more thick mucus. For example, Symphytum officinalis, a Viola tricolor, both are homeopathic remedies. Or excess of albumin, for example, Ethusia sinapium, Solanum nigrum, etc. A double proportion of alcohol is generally required for this object. See, he is explaining over there that here there is not a 1:1 proportion. Here you have to add alcohol double. So here the proportion should be 1:2. One part of medicinal part, then 2 parts of the alcohol. Because otherwise that thick mucus or excess of albumin that never get dissolved properly and ferment the remnant products never comes down. So he was very clear with his thoughts regarding every experiment. Plants that are very deficient in juice. Again, one more hint which he explains. There are certain plants which have very less juice. He explains over there example, as in oleander, buxus, taxus baccata, ledampal, the sabina, etc., must first be pounded up alone into a moist, fine mass and then stirred up with double quantity of alcohol in order that juice may combine with it and being thus extracted by the alcohol may be pressed out. These latter may also be dried up, brought with the milk sugar to millionfold trituration and then be further diluted and potentized. See, he explains over there the last part also that there are certain plants where there is a very less liquid or juice quantity over there. Or oleander is there, buxus is there, taxus is there, ledum is there, sabine is there. And he says over there, if there is a very less juice content, then you pound in then you have to break it to fine particles. Then mix the alcohol, double quantity of, and then you make a medicine from it. Or other method which he tries to explain over there, you triturate it before doing a mixing. You triturate it and then mix with the alcohol. So see, every plant, how it should be utilized, how it should be prepared, how the medicinal properties should be taken out. Every aspect he has examined personally. And that's why he had the knowledge about each and every medicinal plant. This is what is called as an experimenter. And that's why Hahnemann was labeled as an experimenter in the epochal figures. There are four people. He is the first one who was labeled as an experimenter. There was Hippocrates, there was Paracelsus, but Hahnemann was labeled as an experimenter because he has used every time the utilization of experiment and knowing all the things and then coming to the conclusion and explaining it to the world, the reality behind that. It is not just a thought with which Hahnemann have explained all those things. It is with his experimentation he came to the conclusion. Yes, this plant requires double quantity of alcohol. This plant should be pounded first and then mixed with the alcohol. These are part and parcel of his all experimentation. And experimentation made him a strong. And these are the things which we have to learn from him. The basic, even though we get the ready-made medicines from the pharmacy, we must all those things and we must know the path which he has shown. The path what we can learn from him is the doing an experiment, finding it out the truth and make it clear to the world the truth behind it. We left the Hahnemann in the sixth edition of Organon of Medicine as it is. We have not learned the path which is explained by Hahnemann. The path is to do experiment. Don't consider everything is as a truth, whatever is explained by him. He has stopped in 1843. It is our duty to go ahead thereafter to do the experiments to find it out the more and more truth that will be beneficial for future homeopathic fraternity. So these are the things which he tries to explain over there. I think we'll conclude over there. One more aphorism which is related with the pharmacy, that is 268, where he explains regarding the preparation of the medicines. And thereafter, he has explained right from 269 onwards to 272. These are four aphorisms which are dedicated for the new method of preparation of medicine called as 50 millisimal scale. And that is very essential to one must know. And this is the method, these are the potencies which are very useful in day-to-day practice when we deal with the pathologies. In my practice, I'm using it off and on, and it showed very good results in pathological cases without any aggravation. So basically, which has a lot of value, and one must know the potency exactly. And for that purpose, we will give a maximum time to do that, those aphorisms 269 to 272. Tomorrow we'll finish the 268. So that's all for today. If any queries are there, questions are there, yes, definitely we have a discussion for 5 minutes, or otherwise we'll conclude with the session. So, good evening, Varke sir. Good evening, Satyanarayan sir. Meeting first time in the live session, and I'm very happy that being a senior practitioner, senior man, you are attending and you are learning. This is in fact the path one should learn and one should take from you. So if you are doing this at this age, the student should follow you. It is the need for the homeopathy. People are not giving so much of importance to this, but it is the so much of importance that we must learn from the bottom of heart if you want to take our homeopathy to the rank one. One question is there by Nikita. What is this question? Please, sir, share the prognosis of case of a cancer case. Which case you want the prognosis, Nikita? Regarding which case you are discussing? No cancer case, but any specific case or in general you are talking about the cancer? In general, yes. There are nowadays I am dealing with cancer off and on, and basically results are very interesting and they are wonderful. In fact, there are few cases which were absolutely hopeless cases, very hopeless cases. Those I have treated. If it is possible, I will show you the just photographs. If it is possible, just a minute. If it is possible, I will show it tomorrow because I have to first take out those from my PC. I will show you the photographs. The patient which are totally left, absolutely hopeless. I have with the proofs that the Apollo Hospital Chennai, then AIMS Hospital Bhubaneswar, the Rajiv Gandhi Cancer Institute of Cancer in Delhi, all these three institutes left that patient as it is a case of lymphoma, absolutely in a hopeless case, and sent them to home. And they said that just wait for a death within 3 4 days. I have started the treatment in April 2016, just on telephonic conversation with her husband, because patient was not in a condition to talk or anything. She was in semi-conscious condition, and I have started in April 2016. I have asked them to purchase the medicines directly over there in Sambalpur, Odisha, and they have started medicine on the same day. And patient, after starting the medicine, patient recovered in such a manner that she sent me a photograph in July when she first came out of the house. Then she joined again she was double PhD holder and she joined the duty on 1st of January 2017. And till today, she is working in Sambalpur University without utilizing any allopathic medicines since 2016. Not at all. No chemotherapy, nothing worked thereafter. Only on homeopathy, she recovered. And now she is not under homeopathy also, but she is in contact with me and she is not having trouble. 2016 and 2023 is a big garbage. So every case you should not make it fixed that it is hopeless. It is your duty to try for it. I am just now one more patient I am treating since last 3 months from Odisha, a hopeless case with severe ascites and everything. And she recovered. South, she is doing household activity. Today I sent the third, this is the 4th month. And she recovered so nicely. There is no ascites. They have stopped the giving chemotherapy because it was causing her trouble. And she recovered wonderfully. One case from the Chennai I am treating, and she was 84 years old. Uh, and I have started treatment nearly about 1 year back, and she was in the home only. She was a very big person. In fact, she was a retired principal, but being a very conscientious nature personality, she joined the, she became a member of the same society and she started following that school, everything. Daily she used to go to school and find it out what is wrong with everything, and she got the cancer and she suffered and she was not able to go. That lady, then we have started treatment 1 year back. After starting treatment, within 2 months, she becomes so nice that she is attending school again and every time, every meeting. And till today, she is going to school every day. She's at the age of 85, 86. She is doing well. It is a good thing. One must understand. So we should not claim that this is hopeless. It is our duty to try your level best. I'm treating her with the aurum metallicum with LM potency and wonderful result. Dr. Prasuna, she has asked, sir, lady 62 years had tingling sensation from foot increase upwards to thighs, is heaviness. Gave Aconite 200C according to repertory, felt better, but now it is recurred to. What is the reason behind it, Prasuna? The reason you have to find it out. If
Sir, good evening, sir. Actually, no specific reason, but priorly 2 years back, she had the same complaint and causticum was indicated and I had given and she was feeling better, sir. But now,
my
just
suggestion is
it's
that my suggestion is that why you have added the Aconite.
according to repertory, the extremities, tingling sensation ascending upwards. It has given and single remedy Aconite was given, sir.
No. Basically, you have to understand the depth of remedy. Aconite is very superficially acting remedy. Whether she is in aconite state, whether she comes to you, yes, the Prasuna, I'm having severe numbness, I will die, please do something. If this is the aconite state, this aconite will be the remedy. If she comes to gradually and she's explained, I'm having the numbness over there, this is not aconite state. You have to understand the aconite state properly.
Yeah.
So this is too important to understand.
Oh.
So this you have to understand. So aconite will not work unless and until the patient is aconite.
Okay.
This is too important.
Oh, okay. And now both legs are affected. So which medicine at present?
You have to find it out totality. You have to catch that and you have to give.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Okay. So we'll meet tomorrow again. Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you.